channel, or if you're new, hello, my name is Megan. Today I'm going to do a Q&A and I have a ton of questions to get through. Other than writing them down last night, I haven't even given thought to what my answers would be. So this is definitely like my honest first thought opinion. So sorry if I talk too much or get too much into a topic, but I hope you guys like this video. If you do, hit the subscribe button and please like this video. So since we have so many questions to get through, I'm not going to do the cut scene of showing you guys what the question is. I'm just going to read it really quick and then answer. Since we have like 18 questions to get through, I'm going to go through them very fast. So I hope you guys like this Q&A. If you want me to do this once a month, please let me know. I love Q&As and I like you guys to get to know me more. So if you guys like this video, please make sure to leave a comment below saying that you do like Q&As for me, and I'll keep doing them. So the first question that I had was, what's your favorite way to save? Any hacks? I like to save by couponing. There's not really many coupons in British Columbia, Canada, where I live. I don't get the newspaper, so I don't get the inserts of the coupons. I like to do in-store sales, so I look at flyers. I don't bounce around from like 8 different stores because it's just too much. I stick to my 2 stores and I buy what I need when it's on sale. So a lot of my savings is getting things on sale. That revolves around a lot of like the grocery costs and stuff, but the way I save money is trying not to go out to eat out, and I don't like spending money on things. Like in my house, I don't buy decor. Really, I'm like a minimalist, so I don't like to spend a lot of money on decor or clothing or anything to do with my house. So I hope that makes sense in ways that I like to save money. Any hacks? Make sure you download your store's app. So I go to Superstore, so they have the PC Optimum card. I have about $250 worth of points, and I can redeem those on items that I'd like or groceries. So that's the way I like to save. There's a lot more other ways that I save, but I just wanted to keep it general into that one way that I love to save. The next question that I got was, what is your next move when you become debt-free? So if you haven't heard, I kind of updated you guys in a couple videos ago what I'm going to do when I become debt-free. I hope to become debt-free in January of next year or even December this year, depending on how much progress we're able to make. I'm at about 9,500 right now for my credit card debt, so under 10,000, thank God, but we still have a long ways to go. Hopefully after December or January, I'll become debt-free. I do plan on opening up a daycare next year. It all depends. There's so much in the air right now. We're still in the beginning stages of planning the daycare. So hopefully cash flowing that. But we do have a wedding date for October 9th. My fiance and I call him my husband, but we've been together for 5 years now. October 9th is our date. So we are going to save about $10,000 for our wedding from January to October. So that is a huge savings goal, along with getting that emergency fund, baby step 3 fully funded. So there's going to be a lot of money moves next year, and especially when I'm debt free. So I hope you guys are excited for that, and stay tuned for all of those changes. The third question says, would you say you're a frugal person? And I completely think I'm a frugal person. Like, I've had this shirt for I think about 7 years now. I have cardigans with holes in them. I wear Walmart shirts with holes in them. My mom gets really mad at me for dummying down my wardrobe, and my husband gets mad at me that I don't have nice things. But that being said, I am a little bit of a bigger person. I feel very uncomfortable in clothing, so it's not like I can go out to any store and just buy whatever I want. I go to these bigger plus size stores and find something that looks all right on me, because it's hard to find something that looks good on me. So I hope you guys understand that. But I've always been kind of a frugal person. Not when I was out of high school and into college. I spent a lot of my money. I worked 2 jobs and I spent every single cent of it. So I wasn't in debt though. I didn't have any credit cards until I moved here with my husband. But yeah, I've always been a frugal person, always getting cheap clothes, but now I'd say I'm extra frugal and minimalist, trying to buy as little as possible. The only thing that I splurge on is groceries, because I gotta eat. So yeah, that's the only thing that I splurge my money on, is groceries. And groceries because I do eat very healthy, because I am trying to lose weight to look good in my wedding dress. So I hope that makes sense. So fourth question is, Do you get impulses to shop a lot for yourself or get tempted? If so, how do you resist the urge? No, I do not get the urge to spend money on myself at all. Maybe when I'm going to the grocery store, there's like a little home section of decor and I'm like, ooh, that would be cute in my house, but I'm so minimalist that I'm like, I could go without it, no problem. Like, I don't have the urge to spend a lot of money because I live in such a small town that doesn't offer that much. If I still lived in the city, then definitely I do have urges, but living in the country, I don't really have urges at all. And when I do, I just step back. I say, hey, if I want this item in 2 weeks on my next payday or my next budget, then I could budget that in if I really necessarily need it. But I usually go that 2 weeks without even thinking about it and forget about it and realize that I don't need it in the end. So just maybe if you're having the urges to impulse buy, don't go to Target, don't go to HomeSense, or if you do, look, listen to your mom telling you to like look but don't touch, kind of thing. Step back, let yourself process it for a couple weeks. If you really want it, put it in your budget and then allow yourself to do that if you necessarily need the item. Number 5, were you always this good at budgeting? If not, what made you change your ways? Well, thank you for thinking that I'm awesome at budgeting. I don't honestly think I am, because a lot of the time I am over budget. I just make sure that I have the funds to counteract that spending. So I do think I'm good at budgeting. I just don't think I'm the best, and I want to be the best and make you guys proud. It took a lot of years of practice. Like, if you guys watched my first video that I ever uploaded, it's horrible. My budgets were horrible. I spent so much money. I am getting better. The overspending is like harder in the summer for my family and I. We do really good on our budgets. We focus on our savings goals, and over the years we've got progressively better, and I think that has a lot to do with the goals that you're setting. If you're setting a very strong goal that you are very eager to hit, such as my wedding, I have to save $10,000 for it. So since I have that goal in mind, I will make sure that I fight every month to save the money that I need to make up that $10,000 in October. So I have $10,000 left of debt. I have like 5-6 months left, so I need to like make sure that I stick my mind to my goals and make sure that I hit that target. So I have not been good at budgeting always, and it takes a lot of practice. And I find that your budgeting gets better when you find the proper budgeting method that works for you. I was trying the Erin Condren notebooks. I was trying the Every Dollar app. I was trying Excel spreadsheets. Nothing worked for me except for pen and paper. And I hated rewriting the same budget every single month. So that's why I created my budget pages on my Etsy shop. They worked for me. They've worked for me for, I think, 1.5 years now I've had my shop. Maybe even coming close to 2 years. No, maybe a year and a half. So when I created those pages, they really worked for me. I'm consistently using them. They've obviously improved my budgeting and improved my numbers. So the last year I've been really blessed with figuring out what works for me best. You can see in my old videos that I have done every method in the book to figure out what budgeting method works best for me, and that is paper and pen for me, and I created those budget sheets for myself. So you can either do that for yourself, make some budget sheets that will work for you, or you can buy mine on my Etsy shop. It's called BudgetQueenShop, so go check it out. So yeah, that's all I have for how to get better at budgeting. Question number 6 is, do you find it easier to overspend with cash or card? So in Canada, we do not have dollar bills. So when you break a 5, you're getting toonies and loonies and quarters, and it's just a lot of change to keep. So when I do cash, a lot of the times my husband goes to the grocery store and buys the groceries. That's all we really go out to do, is get groceries. And he finds it's very overwhelming when he has to pay for cash, because he loses the cash, loses the change, doesn't keep the receipt. So if you're on your own and you're very strict at budgeting, I think cash would work for you. You get to take your time, you get to do your thing. But if you have a husband that goes out and does the grocery shopping and doesn't like to split, like he doesn't like to do the groceries and the household separately, he just does all the groceries at once and all the household at once, and then I have to split it up into cash, and it's just hard to keep track of the cash. It's hard to keep track of the change and all the receipts. I like debit. It's a swipe of the card. I see the transaction rate on my bank account. I get to see what I have in my account at all times, and I make sure to track my daily spending at night every day. So debit is definitely way better for cutting the overspending. But if you're by yourself, you do your own shopping, you're able to take your time, maybe cash would work for you, but debit works for me and my family. The next question is, what do you do when you need a little pick-me-up physically and mentally? So unfortunately, say last week, for example, I told you guys I had a horrible week. I don't want to get into it though. I had a horrible week. So horrible weeks equals me sleeping less and having a horrible sleep. So what I do to counteract that is go treat myself to iced coffees at Tim Hortons, maybe a donut sometimes. So the way that I get a little pick-me-up physically and mentally is by treating myself to a coffee and maybe going out for a drive. But also that costs money. To go out for a drive costs gas money, and going out for a coffee costs money. So that is really my impulse buying, is getting coffees when I'm very overwhelmed or very sleep deprived. So I really have cut that down recently, especially when the kids are able to sleep more now that my daughter is over a year old. But when that newborn stage is happening, dear help me God, I was at Tim Hortons every day. So next question is, do you feel pressure to save and become debt-free ASAP because you're a wife and a mom? I more feel pressure to save and become debt-free because of my platform. I really want to show you guys that I am driven and I am doing this for a purpose. I want to be inspiring and powerful for you guys. I want to show that I am driven and want to be better for my community, my debt-free community. But yes, I do have the pressure of being a wife and a mother to become debt-free so I can save for the kids, for their college, our retirement fund. So it's all good pressure. I love the pressure and the drive to make sure that we're debt-free at the end of the year or the beginning of 2021 so that we're able to save for the things that we really need in life. You know, we want to buy a house, we want to have a wedding, I want to open up a daycare, I want to get the kids college savings fund. I am turning 24 on Halloween. I know I'm super young, but I want to get my retirement savings plan started now because time's a ticking, and you know, by the time I'm 65, I wish I would have started early. So yes, I do have lots of pressures, but I am driven by them and I love them. Number 9 says, what is one thing that is super important to you that you would say gets you through life knowing? Again, I haven't read these questions before writing them down, so I haven't given them a lot of thought, but a super important thing to me is that everything is going to be okay. I know it sounds like cliche and kind of stupid, but I feel that everything happens for a reason. So you have a path in life. I don't want to get into religion or anything. I'm not religious, but I don't want to offend anybody because I respect everybody and every religion. Anyways, I believe that everything happens for a reason, and if it's destined to be, it'll be. Just knowing to be content in life with what we have is a big thing. Being content with the house that you live in. It's 4 walls that are keeping you safe and alive. Being content with the food that you're able to buy because it keeps you from starving. You know, just like the little things of being content and knowing that everything happens for a reason gets me through life. Question number 10 says, do you ever feel some type of way about putting your income out there? I don't care, honestly, because that's the reason why I started my channel, is because I don't care to share, and I want to share and be able to educate people on budgeting and money saving. And I don't like getting prejudged without people actually watching the videos and knowing who I am. I know it's hard to go on somebody's platform, watch a couple of videos and just assume what their life is, but I hate getting judged and criticized by how much income I have when people don't know that it was a 6-week budget. You know, for example, in August I had 6-week budget, so our income was like $8,600, which is crazy, and that's because my husband got paid 3 times. So in a regular month we'd get paid around $6,000. I am off of work due to COVID-19. I am supported by the government. So we make anywhere from $3,000 a month to $6,000 a month. And that is all different for everybody. I do get a child tax benefit every month from the government as well. That is like $785. So there's a lot going on in everybody's life. I hate getting prejudged, but you know, that's the internet. What can I expect? I'm just happy to be able to address those comments and to answer those questions and help people get some insight into who I am and why our income is the way it is. Next question is, do you meal prep? My husband cooks when he's on day shift. So when he's on day shift, he gets off at like 2:30. He'll cook at night. He is the chef in the relationship. He's so good at cooking that it makes my cooking taste like dirt. I'm not a good cook. I'm very much trying though, because I like to eat healthy. I like my kids to eat healthy, and I want to learn more recipes. I meal prep when my husband's on night shift. So when he goes to work at 2 p.m., I make the dinners. I usually cook chicken and vegetables and rice and all that kind of stuff. So I'm trying to branch out from just chicken and rice, but I'm doing my best to try to meal prep. But yes, I do make myself dinner every night though. That's the thing. Have you ever traveled to the US? Yes, I've been to LA because of Disneyland, and that's all I've been to. I've been to Mexico. Other than Mexico and LA, I haven't really been anywhere. So I want to start traveling with my husband. He doesn't even have a passport, and we live 10 minutes away from the border. So I'm like, oh my God, we need our passports and we need to go travel. So next question, are you getting a PO box? I hope to be getting a PO box maybe when I'm debt free. It's around $200 a year to get a PO box. It just seems like a lot. I feel like I'd open it up and like nobody would send me anything, and I don't want people to send me anything. I hate getting like presents in the mail or anything, but I'd love to get letters from you guys. So let me know in the comments below if you'd like me to get a PO box. So that you guys can send me letters and stuff. Thinking that maybe when I get 5,000 subscribers, then I'll get it so that I have a bigger audience. It just kind of seems ridiculous right now to be spending $200 for maybe a couple letters, but let me know if you'd send me a letter, because I'll send you one back. Another question was, am I planning on having more kids? No. I had a horrible pregnancy with my daughter. I almost had her at 26 weeks. I was very sick. I was told to stay at home in bed, but with a toddler that was impossible, so I almost lost my daughter. It was so scary. 2 seems perfect for us. When you have more than 2, you have to upgrade your vehicle to a bigger vehicle. You have to upgrade your house. 3-bedroom, 2 baths are very popular in my town right now. So if we had 3 or 4 kids, we'd need 4 or 5 bedrooms. You know, it just seems like a lot. So my husband and I always plan 2 kids, so we are perfectly happy with our 2 kids. We have a 3-year-old son and a 1-year-old daughter, so perfect for us. I think if we had to take on another child, say if somebody lost their life and we had to take care of my niece or something crazy like that, of course I would have another child, but that is in different circumstances. The next question is, do you plan on doing DIYs for your wedding? If so, what? Yes, for hopefully everything. I am a minimalist, so I don't like doing a ton of stuff, but I might have some like candles and lanterns. I'm going to do a rustic wood theme-ish. So I'm gonna have burgundies, burnt oranges, and then wood accents. So like wood signs and like wood candle holder, you know, like stuff like that. So I'll DIY as much as I can, and I will hopefully share as much as I can in a wedding series. A lot of the wedding series hasn't happened yet because I still need to start planning. It is just the beginning of September and my wedding is October 9th of 2021. So there's lots of time. I still have to book the venue. When I book the venue and do a tour, maybe I'll film it for you guys so you guys can see. I'll also take you through the process of getting my invitations and what they look like and what's the best way. I got a lot of information about that too. So I hope you guys are excited for that. We're on the last couple questions. These are just a couple fun questions that I thought you guys would like as well. So what is my favorite color? To wear black. I love the color black, but I also love burgundy, and teal is like my favorite color, like turquoisey teal colors. Those are my favorite. I think when my husband and I buy our own house and we are able to decorate and stuff what we want it to be like, I think we're gonna do like grays, whites, and then teal and you know, those kind of colors. So really nice. Where would you travel if like COVID wasn't a thing right now? This is hard because I want to go to Mexico, but my husband hates the heat. So I think we would go to like Ireland, or like my husband wants to go to Iceland. I don't know, just maybe even a small getaway to like Alberta or something, just to get away. I think we might do that at the end of October if we don't get the house that we've been talking about. So that's that. Favorite food? Carbs. I like carbs. So probably like favorite food, pizza, lasagna, spaghetti, but I don't eat a lot of that. I'm trying to lose weight, and I don't eat a lot of that heavy dinner meals anyways. Yeah, just stuff like that. Sushi's really good too. Sushi's one of my favorite. So I want to touch on the house just a little bit. I got a lot of questions in my last video about the house that I was talking about. Yes, we're going to look at a house. It is $181,000, so the down payment of 5% would be $10,000, or just a little bit, $9,000, sorry. We are going to look at the house this weekend. It is a little bit of a fixer-upper, but it looks livable, but we would fix it up, like do things to the yard and build a fence and stuff, really doable things. So to pay for this, we have $7,000 in my husband's retirement fund that we can touch. It's 1/4 of his retirement fund, so he has like $35,000 in there, so we're only taking $7,000 of it. When we take that out, we have to pay it back within 10 years, which is awesome, and it's doable. That is how a lot of people pay for their houses here in BC, Canada. They take some of their pension, they pay it back, and that's how they get their first home. There's a lot of benefits in BC that we can go through. There's a BC incentive that somebody actually told me about in the last video that helps you with your down payment, and then there's a couple other things that can help you with the down payment, so we're going to make sure that we apply for that. Or first-time homeowners, so that helps as well. And then, so yeah, so $7,000 of that is from pension, and then the $2,500 to $3,000 is going to come from my savings. But my husband does have about $2,000 of holiday pay, so he would just take that out, and then he wouldn't take holidays in October. So I hope that makes sense. There's a lot of money that is able to be shifted around if needed. This is a huge opportunity for us if the house is exactly what it says it is. It's a huge opportunity. It'd be a great investment to get into, especially for our first property. We could do a little bit of work in 5 years and sell it for even $250,000. So it's a huge opportunity that is maybe going to happen, maybe not. So if that were to happen, what I would do is we would close on the house. I would put my debt snowball on pause. I know it would be crazy to do. I'd put it on pause, and then I'd save as much as I could until we would move into the house, and then we'd get a bit of furniture and then fix it up with cosmetic fixes like paint and trim. Just a little couple things to make it not look like horrible. So I hope that makes sense. If you have any more questions, please leave them in the comments below. I promise, be talking about the house more, especially since I go look at it probably Monday or Tuesday. If you do have specific ones though, please direct message me on Instagram. My Instagram is called BudgetQueen2018, so please message me on there. But that is it for the video, guys. I hope you guys like this. It's such a long video, I know. A lot of questions were asked, and I wanted to make sure I answered all of the questions. So I hope you guys like this video. If you do, please let me know in the comments below that you like the Q&As, because I will do more of them maybe once a month. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on Tuesday. Bye!